I can't tell if you're more reserved than usual or if you're normally like this.
What? You find it odd that a Reach woman doesn't want to mingle with the Empire's soldiers?
Stubborn gal. I'm just trying to make sure you aren't losing your nerve. You came all this way to take Ulfric's head. Be a shame if you back down now.
I don't know how to read you, Sylvander. Of course I haven't lost my nerve. But Imperial armor clanks like a sack of iron pots, and the people here are all as loud as Atlug, if not louder. And they all think I'm cute until they see the tattoos. Atlug doesn't have that problem.
She's also taller and bolder than most of them. To say nothing of the big damn storeroom hammer.
And she's an orc.
And she's an orc.
So what do you want?
Nothing really. I'm gauging my soldiers' morale. You're not exactly one of my soldiers, but given that you'll be fighting alongside us, I figure I should check on you all the same.
My morale will be better once this is over. The damned waiting is getting to me. Why can't we just charge in by cover of night and be done with it?
Because an army marches on its stomach. They'll be able to fight better after a night of rest, if not sleep. I'd say sieges are complicated, but they don't seem to be putting up much of an active defense yet. I think General Tullius is waiting to see if they do before he starts using those catapults.
I suppose we'll need them to break the door in.
Unless some kind soul leaves it unlocked and unbarred, which one never knows. Seems at least some of the Stormcloaks might be deciding that standing behind, or rather in front of, their Jarl isn't worth it anymore. At least I surely hope that's what they're thinking.
Why's that? Because otherwise they're trying to trap us somehow.
It's possible. But Ulfric and whoever's advising him haven't exactly given me the impression of competence in this war. I don't think they have the men to box us in against Windhelm's walls, for example. I mean, they could certainly try, but what would that accomplish exactly?
Getting rid of the main force that's been troubling them this whole time?
Aye, at which point the Stormcloaks would have exhausted themselves trying to gain a victory. And then, assuming things go the worst they possibly could, Legate Scipius would take over, gather the force still on standby in Whiterun Hold, and finish whatever we don't. No, I hope those soldiers are throwing down their axes and walking away. They've lost enough souls over this.
I'm surprised a Dark Elf would have any sympathy for the likes of them. I certainly don't.
Aye, and I wouldn't expect you to, given what the Nords had done to your people. I've no love for their warmongering, and I'd be a hypocrite if I tried to claim the great houses have a history of treating foreigners any better than they do, but I also can't help imagining all the sons and daughters left at home, too young to fight, who won't be seeing their mothers and fathers return. It's sobering.
Doesn't that make it harder to fight? Having sympathy for the enemy?
Before the blades start swinging in my face? Aye. Boethia, inspire me.
Why do you say that? Inspire you how?
Boethia inspires us to be unmerciful, when mercy would do nothing but get us killed. He who destroys and she who erases gives us the ruthlessness to be able to put a blade through someone who we can tell is fighting for their life and land. Or, well, not a blade in my case anymore, but the point still stands. When we go in there, don't hold back. Maybe refrain from pulling your clothes out, but use whatever skills the Reach taught you. Don't fight like a soldier. Fight like a forsworn.
You're scared.
Aye.
You don't want anyone else to know that.
Aye again. Bad for morale to see an officer shaking in his bone mold. That's my secret, though. I'm always scared. Makes me feel better to know I'll be charging in at this with a contingent of well-armored soldiers, of forsworn wild women, and Captain Atlug at my back.
Not Cactus?
No. I worry about him too much, truth be told. He's younger than you, and his magic won't help him if he finds himself at close quarters. He's gotten better, but he's still a bit too cavalier for comfort.
Says the man who fought half a war with cracked ribs.
Aye, you have a point. But just because I put myself through oblivion doesn't mean I want anyone else to. I'm starting to realize why my uncle Othraeloth didn't want me joining the Red Ring Guard. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined being an Argonian's uncle. Mentor. Voice of reason.
Father in spirit?
Something like that. I'll leave you to your brooding, Enna. Thanks for humoring me.
You needed to tell someone, didn't you? That you're terrified.
And maybe I did. Get it off my chest a bit. Atlug knows. And to be fair, I did also want to check on you. You're not that much older than Cactus, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be. Men's ages are hard for me to tell until they start greying. And Mare, I have more experience with.
You're probably right. But I don't need your coddling.
I'll take that under advisement. Rest as easy as you can, then, Enna. My guess is we'll march at dawn, with the sun at our backs.
Rest easy yourself, Sylvander. In the morning, we go bear hunting.
They camped in the hill outside of town, between here and Kynesgrove.
All of them?
I doubt it, but... Not to worry you more, but they have catapults.
Gods. Is the city... I mean, can we take catapult damage?
Something tells me these wolves could stand up to a dragon attack and be fine, so yes. The people, on the other hand... We need to go around and make sure, or try to make sure, that they get inside, out of harm's way.
You think Nords will take the word of a Dunmer and me?
You're the Dragonborn. Why wouldn't they?
Myth? Darling? Look at me! I'm the last person anyone would expect to be Dragonborn.
Still, you could prove it to them.
And let the entire Legion know that I'm in the city.
That is a good point. Apologies, This is a somewhat novel situation.
It is, and you make a good point. We need to at least try, and if they don't listen, then... Well, that's on them. I'll still heal them, even if they're stubborn.
Are you sure you want to, Syrah? Sword wounds are not pleasant. Knife wounds even less so. And I hate to imagine what we might find if Atlug is planning to storm the city with them.
Myth? Please? I cannot afford to have my nerve shaken before the battle's even started.
Sorry. I just want to be realistic. I've seen rather heinous wounds before. Up close. You haven't, to my knowledge.
And I still won't. Honestly, I'm not sure that's better. At least I know enough to wash my hands between patients.
You have actual medic training, don't you?
Informal, but that was part of what it meant to study at the temple back home. One had to be versed in all of the basics, including basic medicine. Especially if one happened to be a devotee of Xerxes. Being well studied is sort of our thing. Even my rudimentary knowledge is likely better than whatever treatment our soldiers have been getting.
Our soldiers?
Good point. The soldiers. On both sides, if I can manage it. So, the plan as it stands is that perhaps you go around telling civilians that the Legion is coming while I prepare supplies at the Temple of Talos. It will be easy enough to barricade and defend if need be, and won't be as direct a target. Hopefully not a target at all if we somehow make it clear that it's to serve as an infirmary. Do you think Enna is going to be with them?
Oh, gods, I hope not. But probably. She did seem rather adamant about putting Ulfric's head on a pike.
You know, as much as we've all been through, as much as he's been through, I dearly hope it doesn't come to that. I hope he surrenders, even if Galmar never will.
I don't think Ulfric will either, Syrah.
I know. But I can hope. I keep thinking we should have tried harder to get through to him somehow.
And how do you suppose we could have done that with Galmar Bloody Stonefist being his shadow at all times?
That dossier. I don't know. Appeal to his trauma, maybe. I feel for him again. Now that we're nearing the end of this whole thing. All of this bloodshed because he and I were both scarred so deeply by the Thalmor that we couldn't see any sort of greater good beyond fighting them back at all costs. And the Empire is not the Thalmor. You know who Ulfric reminds me of? My brother, who I still can't make myself believe is an evil man. But he was scared. Man or mer, nobody thinks clearly when we're scared. I'm lucky to have you to lean on. So, thank you for helping me see. Of course. If this is how I end up being consequential in this whole mess, I don't think I mind the lack of notoriety. You work far better in the shadows anyway, if I'm not mistaken. Which I might be. They're all shadows to me to some degree. Fair. You are... I'm proud of you. Get your needles and bandages sterilized, Syrah. The dawn will come soon enough. Well, it doesn't look likely that we're going to have the sun at our backs, but close enough, I suppose. Right. Are you two ready? Alright. Well, as rested as we're going to be anyway. I don't know about you, but I couldn't sleep for anything, really. Right. Before we go down there, I know they've already taken off, but I have a gift for you, I suppose. For me? What's this about? Well, my grandmother gave me this staff, but I'm not exactly much of a staff wielder, so take care with this. Use it well. I'll do my best anyway. Now let's get out of here before Tullius and the men have all the fun, aye? Alright. You two lead on, we'll keep up. We'll try anyway. Looks like they've already started bombarding. Great. You keep it up, so? I'm working on it. It's keeping up better than I am. Mind yourself, Enna. I'm minding myself just fine. Gods.
All right, it's time to deliver the final blow to the Stormcloak rebellion. You have all fought bravely and sacrificed much to bring us to this point.
Where are the others?
They're
catching up.
Behind the walls of his castle. But we will fight our way in and drag him out through the rubble to face justice. Because this is the end for them. The Stormcloaks fight like cornered rats. They will be fierce and crafty. But they are no match for Legionnaires. You are the best and the brightest warriors in Tamriel. Professional soldiers. Fearless and devastating. The Emperor will be paying close attention to what happens here today. Men who distinguish themselves will be well rewarded. Ready now! Everyone with me! For the Empire! For the Legion!
Go on. Alright. Try not to use my stamina before we get in there.
Then suffer the Emperor's wrath. Suffer worse during training. For the Emperor. Come on, we can take those!
Give up while you still can!
Right. I need to get myself in order here. There they are. Careful. Right.
Stormcloaks pay blood for blood.
Sure they do.
That's the best you can
You need to get out of here.
Let's see what you're made of.
Suppose that's one way in.
Do something!
Why are they hurting each
There's Cactus.
Kill him!
Mercy!
Glory of the Empire!
If I can just...
There we go. Alright. Stay behind the man with the shield.
We did it!
What did I just tell you? Right. Noted.
I cannot best...
Fool! The Imperial Legion will have your blood! For the glory of the Empire!
Hello. Of course. You alright? I think I took an arrow in the leg, but otherwise, just fine. Well, you've got an unorthodox technique, but very well. Huh, that's my line. Right, where is everyone going? So, you might want to back up, you're looking a little rough.
This is it. Time to see what these Stormcloaks are made of.
Alright.
Time to cleanse the Empire.
This is going well. I don't think we can probably move that, can we? Damn.
Like this, Imperials.
We're getting there.
You don't stand a chance. Go have your head.
I'm trying to stay with the soldiers this time. Alright, good call. Right behind you. Keep on going. Oh, hello.
For the sons of Skyrim.
Nice shot.
Someone there?
Possibly. Oh dear. Who saw that? Gods.
I haven't lived this long.
What are you?
By you.
Actually, sir, you kind of... Alright. Oh, hello. Are you going to attack me too? Right. Okay. Soulbonder? We've got company. Look like you're handling it well. For now. Oh dear. Uh-huh. Right. Let's go in. If we can. Alright.
Secure the door.
Already done, sir.
You're right.
Ulfric Stormcloak,
More or less.
you are guilty of insurrection, murder of Imperial citizens, the assassination of King Torrig, and high treason against the Empire. It's over.
Not while I'm still breathing, it's not.
Step aside, Galmar. We're here to accept Ulfric's surrender.
I'll never surrender Skyrim into the hands of a corrupt and dying empire.
Skyrim doesn't belong to you, Ulfric.
No, but I belong to her.
Enough! You are traitors and will die traitors' deaths. Stand down and face public execution, or advance and face summary execution by my hands. It matters little to me. Either way, I'll be sending your heads back to Cyrodiil.
Well, what are we waiting for? Who's
For the
that?
Emperor!
This should be fun!
Ha! Like a dragon, flee!
Come on!
I'm not impressed.
What do you think
Well,
you're doing?
Ulfric, you can't escape from me this time. Any last requests before I send you to wherever you people go when you die?
Sovngarde, sir.
Right. Well,
Make it a good kill. It'll make for a better song.
song or not, I just want it done.
Well, we all know who the honor goes to. Right. I'll gladly kill him.
Here, use my sword to do it. I made sure to sharpen it for the occasion.
I have a better idea. Rika, you might want to stand back. Now then. Ulfric, you have to answer to me. You have to answer to the Reach. If it's a song you're after, it's a song of consequences, Ulfric Stormcloak. Bear of Markarth. Justice has come.
Talos be with you.
What was that, Legate?
Nothing. Just saying goodbye.
Well, the men will be expecting some kind of speech, and we'll need to hand the city over to that Free Winter fellow.
Runwolf. Yes, I've sent men to protect him and bring him here. Windhelm will need a government quickly if we are to prevent more violence.
The Legion will be staying here for quite some time. I don't expect there to be any further violence. Oh, and Legate, it's been an honor to have you at my side. As a token of my appreciation, I want you to keep my sword. And now to deliver a speech.
It's a good thought, General, but, maybe, a shield would have been better. Right, so, he seems pretty intent on taking their heads back to Cyrodiil. I'll settle for his axe. And his hammer. The bastard. Enna! Before you go out there, you really ought to do something about whatever happened to you. How are you just walking around? I'm a werewolf. Fair. Gods. I didn't even feel my arm. Oh. Okay. How bad is it? Haha, I don't know, really. How bad is it, Leggett? Well, if you can't feel that, it's probably fine for now. Oh, it's probably the adrenaline. That was messy. Any of you have any business here? Nope, I was just sort of waiting to see if you'd actually, do it, or if you were gonna need help, given the arm thing. Thought you took an arrow to the leg. I did, but, it's not as bad as the arm. Your concern is appreciated, though.
Attention! General Tullius has an announcement.
The rebellion is over. Ulfric Stormcloak is dead. Ah! His head will be sent to Cyrodiil, where it will adorn a spike on the walls of the Imperial City. Let this day be a final warning to all who would still call themselves Stormcloaks. We are turning the city over to Brunwulf Freewinter, an honorable and faithful man. Many of you will be staying in Windhelm to aid the Jarl in restoring order and stamping out any embers of rebellion that may still smolder here. In appreciation for your exemplary service, I am doubling your pay and compensation to the widows of your fallen comrades. I am proud of all of you. All hail the Emperor! All hail his legionnaires!
I hate giving speeches.
It wasn't so bad.
I hope we haven't just created a martyr.
There's bound to be resistance. There are many Stormcloak camps tucked away in the hills. They'll no doubt strike whenever and wherever they can. But without Ulfric to inflame their passions, they'll settle down and return to their homes eventually.
I pray you're right, Leggett. In the meantime, we'll continue to root them out and put them to the sword. We couldn't have done this without you. The Empire glories in your accomplishments. Come, Rika. There's still much to be done.
Well, that bodes well for any negotiations I might have to do with them. As sort of unofficial ambassador of the Reachman, I suppose. You'll do fine. Well, that was, less charismatic than I expected. He's a tired old military man. What more do you want? I suppose you make a good point there. Besides, a thing that my smithing mentor once told me is that a man saying he's proud of you, that's the big deal. Don't look at me. I grew up on the frontier. I have no idea what these people are like. Fair enough. At least it's warm here, for once. I don't like this.
We sure showed them, huh? Thanks for your part in all that.
You're thanking me? I don't like
Thanks.
this.
Couldn't have done that without you.
Just
Good job up there. Glad you were with us.
get out of my way.
We sure showed them.
I am tired of all this. It's just too much. I can't keep up with... Sweetheart. Hush now, you've done what you could. The priests can take it from here.
Priests of Talos and of Arkay. It was so loud. Everything was loud. That was almost worse than fighting. I know. It's alright, my dear. It's over. It's over. Ulfric is dead. I know. And I know he doesn't deserve my sympathy, but I hope Arkay protects him in Sovngarde. Him and all the other souls lost in this stupid war. I don't think that's how Sovngarde works, my dear, but... Our boots and clothes are all in pawn. Go down, you blood-red roses, go down. It's bleeding drafty round Camelot. Go down, you blood-red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies. How can you be singing at a time like this? Well, I'll be. Myth and the Dragonborn. You're looking a mite peaky, mate. Oh, I see. You've come to rub it in, haven't you? Now, none of that. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. And I'm singing because if I don't, I'll either end up bawling me eyes out because the damn thing is over, or looking at my reflection in the bottom of a bottle of Blackbriar Reserve. I'd rather at least share that last one. Funny. You don't strike me as a lightweight. No, I'm not. I just don't like indulging alone if I can help it. I noticed a certain lack of magical shouting on the field. You two sat it out? Not exactly. I've been trying to keep up with the wounded. Myth has been more or less on guard and trying to stay out of the way of any angry Nords looking to use the chaos as an excuse to lower the population of Dunmer in the city. Damn. I know you two fought for the bested and all, but good riddance to Ulfric if that's the kind of attitude he inspired. To be fair to him, though I in particular shouldn't be, it was more his general's fault than his own. That Ulfric never seemed to push back. Well, we won't go there. But I don't think he could. Frankly, and I know you probably don't want to hear this, but I've spent enough time working for and around sleazeballs to know a grifter when I smell one, and Ulfric smells like one to me. And not because he's dead now. What made you stop fighting for him? Largely, Legate Ferrain handing us our backsides on polished silver plates. Repeatedly. Aye, that'll do it. Probably. Xerxes' breath, how can you be so unbothered? How are you just sitting here talking to two people who, until not terribly long ago, were enemy soldiers? Well, you're not anymore, are you? And I had the benefit of a fantastic first impression when we met at Candlehalf. You're good people, both of you. A little mysterious in Myth's case, maybe a little sketchy, but good people. It's unfortunate that we ended up at odds with each other over this, but given where you came from, Syrah, I don't blame you one bit. Thalmor are right bastards, they are. Blunt. Usually. My old smithing master at Anvil used to tell me I had all the blade technique of a piss-drunk hill ogre. I've stuck with blunt weapons and manners ever since. You're in extremely high spirits for someone who just... How many skulls did you smash in exactly? Prefer not to count. And besides, Enna did most of the work on this one. I witnessed the fury of the Forsworn today, distilled in a tiny red-headed package. Terrifying if I do say so myself. Let me rephrase myself. How are you in such high spirits? Well, practice. And I apologise in advance for rambling, but it's kind of a long story. Go on. A long story is, I think, just what Syrah needs right about now. You're not wrong. I grew up in the shadow of the criminal underbelly of a nation trying to rebuild from the Great War. And I have 3 younger siblings, mind. It was scary shit. Some nights it was just me and them while our parents went out to deal with all the turf wars between skooma dealers and what passes for diplomacy among thieves when the pickings get slim.
Some nights I wasn't sure they'd come back in the morning. My little sister, Lagros, she could always tell when something was amiss. The thing that got all of us through those nights was, by and large, me telling stories, cracking jokes, and making us all stick to routines as best as I could manage. Just having a little stability helped. Seems like such a small thing, but it got us to where we are now. And besides all that, taking care of ship and crew has been a whole other kind of practice. The sea of ghosts gets rough, and when you're out there on a tiny ship in a vast ocean, at the mercy of the Tide King's tentacles of destiny, well, sometimes all you can do is sing at the storm and call it rude names to keep your nerves steady. Keep from making mistakes that could cost you lives. Oh. Oh my. So, I wouldn't say I'm happy about all this exactly. More like I've got a long-standing habit of laughing out of spite and wiping the blood off my nose. Telling Oblivion to try again, 'cause I could do this all day. Your siblings are very lucky to have you. I wish I had half your nerve. Siralotta Ilkaranya of whatever the rest of your name was, you fought a damn war blind. You fight bloody dragons blind. Have some self-confidence, mate. I'm sure your man here would agree that it would look good on you. She isn't wrong. Granted, I'm extremely biased because I think you look good regardless, but... Oh, I don't think Ow, come on. Honest. Ever being confident in a situation like this is just unsticking your mind from how scared you are. Or angry. Or anything you're wallowing in, really. Here, let me teach you a song, eh? I bet you've got a great voice. You think I can sing at a time like this? When I've just been sobbing out what's left of my eyes and having my nose drained down the back of my throat? I'll try, if you try with me. I done miss singing. Come on, Sarah, I've got to hear this. All right, I'll try. How does it go? So it's an old sailing shanty me old man taught me. Taught me most of the old shanties I know, actually. So I'll sing a line, and then you sing the response, savvy? Goes like this. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, me John. My love, she came dressed all in white. Lowlands away. I dreamed my love came in my sleep. Lowlands, lowlands away, me John. Her cheeks were wet, her eyes did weep. Lowlands away. She came to me at my bedside. Lowlands, lowlands away, me John. All dressed in white like some fair bride. Lowlands away. And bravely in her bosom fair. Lowlands, lowlands away, me John. A red, red rose my love did wear. Lowlands away. She made no sound, no word she said. Lowlands, lowlands away, me John. And then I knew my love was dead. Lowlands away. Then I awoke to hear the cry. Lowlands, lowlands away, John. Oh, watch on deck, oh, watch ahoy. Lowlands away.